Hello and welcome to another episode. I am currently. Oh wow, I don't know why. Oh, I don't got my game volume on. Yeah, but this is another A episode. Getting sand to fill pretty much all the water. I'm tired of working around the water, so we're gonna get that all settled and done, you know what I'm saying? And so I need sand. I need lots and lots of sand. I use a lot of my sand for glass to make some beacons. I think I have enough to make the remainder beacons. Um, kind of did the outlines to the edges of the pyramid. Still need to work on a like pretty decent freaking XP farm to repair all my gear while I'm using it. Like what I'm doing right now. This is gonna burn through my stuff like crazy, man. Um, yeah, just doing this. So, it's like 2:44 a.m. where I'm at. I'm full of energy. I think I slept a little bit too much yesterday, so my sleep schedule is back to being not normal again. Which I guess is cool or whatever. But yeah. I've had this sand pile just waiting here because I knew that I'm eventually gonna need it for draining out the lakes and rivers that are here in the inner pyramid. And I got pretty much all the flooring done in like north to south. I don't know if I said that in the episode before, but yeah, I did that. So pretty much that's all laid out. I was working on the west and east portion of it earlier. I don't know if I put that up as a video, just ASMR. I think I was like getting tired, or I think I was recording a video and I got really tired and I was like, oh, screw it. I'll just make another video or something. But yeah, on Reddit, freaking crazy thing happened, like it just randomly popped up on my feed on Reddit. I'm not a really big Redditor, I just use it for local news and what's happening around. But a helicopter there was a helicopter in our area and it wasn't on any of the radars. So people said that it looked like a Chinook helicopter. So it's a military one. They don't practice military helicopters around here. Like it's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. So that's kind of worrying that there's just like they said. There's another person that also was on there. It's like, yeah, it comes in and out of the radar. Don't know what it's doing here. Probably for practice or whatever, but I highly doubt that. So yeah, that's concerning. Another thing I'm doing as well is writing my pretty much my book. At this point, I'm just gonna concede and just call it a book. I was gonna do a short story, but it's kind of not a short story. It's on chapter 2, and it's like minimum 3,000 words per chapter. Like I don't know how much chapters, because there has to be a beginning and end, or beginning, middle, and end, and stuff in between them. But like, I want it to be a 3-parter series. So there's that. Am I almost full? Almost full. Because I don't want to lay out like the big bad or the like what's exactly going on. in my book at the very first book. I want everything to be like as obscure as possible. But it's pretty much laid out because it's an apocalypse kind of scenario, kind of invasion-esque book. It's like, it's, no, is it pre, or is it, because there's pre-apocalyptic, there's post-apocalyptic. It's apocalyptic, so it's not pre or post, so it's apocalyptic and war-y time kind of vibe. But the war thing will be like random people or whatever, not actual nations. But it's following three brothers, pretty much, that are the wardens of, like, you know, these underground bunkers, you know, cities. Pretty much that's what it is. Oh shit. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away because it's like a big project for me. I mean, just like this kills time for me. I mean, it doesn't really, yeah, it's a time killer, but it's fun to do. I like to see big projects completed. I'm not a really big fan on hardcore unless I'm like doing it with if I'm playing a game with somebody, I'll play hardcore. But if I'm like alone playing it, I really don't want to play it. Try playing Project Zomboid, and I kind of want to play with my brother too. It's another multiplayer game I just want to play with, like, you know, my brother. But it is what it is. If I can't play with him, I'll still play it every so often, but not as much as I would really want to. I think another game I really want to get into is DayZ. On my PC, so I have to start getting used to, like, you know, mouse and keyboard controls. So it's gonna suck so bad. I'm just so used to playing with a controller. And there's really no controller support. There's like it's like barely movement function support on Steam. Another game I think I talked about not too long ago was Forza Horizon 6. I'm trying not to hype it up or have like huge expectations of that game, you know, being like the best in my head, because like if I come in with a low expectation and then proven wrong and get blown away, I'd rather have that than have high expectations and then just be disappointed because there's not the same quality as Forza Horizon 5 or higher. I will be offended if there's not good graphics in the game and they have like no support for the game. I think this is quite literally is going to be like the last of Forza Horizon. I think Japan is the crescendo of the Forza Horizon, but I could be proven wrong. Japan is literally the street racing scene in the whole world, in my opinion, the drifting scene, and so I'm looking forward to that. It's one thing I'm really into is drifting in video games, like car video games. Like realistic drifting, not like Need for Speed arcade drifting. Because that's like kind of insulting. There's a lot of people like, oh, that's not a car game. We want to play a car game. Play BNG. It's like, yeah, I'd rather not. Like if I'm gonna play that type of game, I'm gonna get a whole setup for the wheel with the resistance on it, like gear shifter, all that kind of stuff. I don't feel like doing that. That's like freaking a $500 project right there to have like a comfortable setup. I'd have to get a new chair that feels like a car. If I'm gonna put any kind of money like that into like a simulator, it's gonna be a flight simulator. Because I quite literally want to actually learn how to fly an airplane. I think that would be cool. Crazy thing is, I'm scared of heights, so take that as you will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I found out the reason why my mic was like cutting off is because I have an Echo Dot or Echo whatever this thing is. It's just an Echo, but it has a microphone and it was connected to my computer, so it was swapping between my Hyper Solocast and that, which was pretty much just disabling both of them and not producing any, you know, microphone feature where like you can hear my voice. Huh. That's a very troubling. I think that was a tweet. Hey yo. Shit's going wild, dude. Honestly. With all those files dropping and like there's no way somebody's gonna, I mean, I guarantee you somebody's gonna sift through it, but it's gonna take a long time. And like people need to understand allegations should be taken with a grain of salt, in my opinion. Because allegations are just that, allegations. I'm not saying not to investigate, but like investigate, because yeah, I don't know. Not a big it's all nasty. There's a lot of allegations already coming about with all the evidence, and it's Epstein Epstein files. And first of all, unless there's like physical proof and it can be backed up, I wouldn't believe jack shit that guy wrote down or had down or whatever. And even the photos can be doctored. I mean, we literally have videos and photos that are like photorealistic, like they're taken off of a camera or taken off of a phone. So there has to be like heavily scrutinized. Yeah, but enough of that. Ugh, it gets me sick. Yeah, that Chinook helicopter, dude. The Chinook helicopter is concerning. Fucking concerning. I'm pretty sure a Chinook helicopter is a cargo or troop transport. So I'm wondering if the National Guard is here in my town, which would be effing crazy. But I live between two freaking crazy liberal towns, very far left, you know, liberal towns, Eugene and Portland and Salem. And the I mean, they're not even really protests. Riots that are happening in Portland and Eugene are freaking going haywire. So I can understand why they're sending in troops now to avoid, you know, another Black Lives Matter riots that destroy billions of dollars of property damage and stuff like that. So I wonder if it's because of that. Because they literally went to a federal building and vandalized it in front of, like, you know, in public, recording all that crap. Yeah, that's crazy. Hope everybody's okay. Yeah, plus Reddit is I hear horror stories all the time about Reddit. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't really know because I'm not on Reddit all the time. But I also am kind of on it, you know, for Minecraft and what else? Minecraft in my local area. And that's just about it. But they're unbearable. It's like rules for thee, but not for me kind of attitude, and it's just freaking absolutely insane. Yeah, but other than that, I really want to get into Java for those crazy mod packs. Like the actual zombie survival, where they take out all the creepers and like all the other mobs except zombies. I think that would be hecka fun, dude. And I'm like super mega surprised that they never really jumped on board the Walking Dead video game. Like an actual sandbox survival world in the United States. I mean, they made so much money, but they made like these garbage freaking games that are just, they're horrible. Decision based or like, you know, analog games. And like, I don't know anybody that actually really enjoyed those analog games. I didn't. I didn't want to pay for it. There's no way in hell I'll pay for it. Oh, fog. Barely get fog in this world. Yep, almost done with this water source, pretty much. Actually, there's... looks like there's a hole and crap, so I'll have to deal with that when I start digging more. But I'm really happy that Creepcast is back on again. I got more of Hunter and Isaiah talking about creepy stuff. Been jonesing on that. The latest one that they did, very mid. It was, you know, they've had a lot more better Reddit stories, or just like, you know, creepy stories in general. I think like the single stories, like where they do the grab bag of stories with one-offs, they should do that. Like do a bunch of one-offs, and then for like a major production, you know, do a series. I think that would be awesome. Because I love just sitting, you know, playing Minecraft and just listening to them goof off and read stories. I like it. I don't really have a favorite creepypasta. I think, and it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird. I forget, Laffy Tammy or Taffy Tommy or whatever. That was effing creepy. That creepypasta, or like No Sleep, was pretty freaking creepy. And again, I might write a, or like, you know, a creepy story and try to post it on the creepycast stuff. But then again, I'm just I like writing thrillers books, not really much horror or just absolutely grotesque books. There's like one one of them where people were just mindless they had like an infestation in their head, or their parasites in their head, like bot flies, and that was creepy. No, thank you. And I'm... No. And I was thinking about finishing the left-right game that they did, but I might not. What is this? Why is there light? Oh yeah, that's right. Interesting. Unless that was the old one that I just watched and read. No. Yeah, I think that was the older one. The last one I watched. I really like the SCPs that they read. Those are fun. Oh no, they just... The SCPs or the back rooms stories, they feel like well more thought into them, in my opinion. But I've been waiting for my brother to start reading a book I gave him for his birthday so I can start reading the second one. So I don't, you know, not finish it before he finishes it. I need to know when he's reading the book, so it gives me time to read it. The second book. It's a pretty good one. It was a random one that I found too. More post-apocalyptic book is what it is, pretty much, with like a disease, kind of like a zombie disease, but not really. It's more like a mutant zombie alien kind of disease. Like it's effing it. I don't remember when Bird Box was a thing or the other one, Quiet Place. I swear Quiet Place was either it was influenced by Quiet Place or Quiet Place was influenced by it. But I have to check the book again and like when was Quiet Place an actual thing. Because it's like, it's really uncanny. The similarities of like the aliens and like the disease infected of this book are like pretty similar. Because in the book that I'm reading, it's basically a virus that turns humans into freaking grotesque green homunculus, you know, monsters that don't have a really good eyesight. Yeah, they don't got a good eyesight, but they can smell and they can hear. That's their main thing, is hearing. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. It's like in the after and in the end. I forgot the book. Shit. Yeah, but it's a good one. And that's a two-parter book, so because I've read the Hunger Games like 2 or 3 times, Harry Potter, I read all those books at least, 7 times, every book 7 times, and I think I read the first book like I would say 30 times, not like all the way. I would like read to a certain point or skip to a certain point just to feel the nostalgia, but instantly like get super mega tired because I read the book so much. And Hunger Games, I kind of want to read it again too, because I had first edition Hunger Games. It's not the rare ones. It's a hardback, but it's not the rare hardback that a lot of people are looking for. but it is a first edition. And the reason why I like this book that I read the first book and I gave it to my brother is that it's an American author, and the ones that I've been infatuated with have pretty much been all British women novels of like Harry Potter and I'm pretty sure Hunger Games. Oh no! Oh, shit, I should probably know who wrote Hunger Games, but yeah, I don't like their lingo, British lingo. It's because like they have all these weird lingos that I don't know nothing about. And I have to go on Google like, oh Google, what the hell does this mean? Oh, this means yada yada yada. And I was like, alright. But enough of that. Well, that's the reason why I'm kind of writing my book now. Is because I'm tired of looking for a freaking book that's just right. So I'll just write one. I mean, I've been good at short stories and like stuff like that, but never really written a fleshed out book before. So a lot of trial and error and a lot of grammar issues because like I kid you freaking not. High school, like middle school, high school, grade school does not prepare you at all for like the real world, uh, which is sad. Make it sad. My grandma, my grandma, my grammar is shot. Um, it's getting better over time, practicing because there's a lot of people that don't have the innate skill. I didn't have the innate skill, so I had to like keep on practicing until, I felt like I'm doing better. So I'm looking forward to finishing the first book, but I don't think it's going to be done until like the end of this year. And I'm done posting it on Reddit, to be honest. Probably write some short thrillers. Try to get Hunter or and Isaiah to read it, but I'm also kind of scared if they actually do get a hold of one of my works and they're and they do one of their funny funny stuff, that'll be funny. Maybe, I don't know. I think that's what I got really into. Like, well, I used to watch, not used, I do watch Meat Cannon. But then I saw that they start reading, creepypasta, pretty much stories. No Sleep is just. I actually went on No Sleep to see what it was all about. And there's just too many rules. And if you don't follow the rules to a T, they'll delete your post. And you're like, oh, cool, bet. Just go to a different community to post a story. But yeah, it's interesting. It's different writing styles I can learn from, and what's good, what's bad, and what I should probably work towards, like as an author. I don't want to do a 1-to-1 ratio of their styles. I want to make like I have my own style. I just want to not a bigger vocabulary. Well, yeah, definitely a bigger vocabulary. But I don't want to be hung up on a subject where it just takes all I have, and that's what's kind of happening right now. Is I'm not really into anything else other than apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic thriller. It's the only thing that I'm really into right now, and I have been since like high school, with like The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, stuff like that. Yeah. Lost. Um, Shoot, there's a lot of them. From, man, there's so much good shows that are just dropping in like all different locations, like different apps and crap like that. It's basically gotten to the point where if I want to watch everything, I have to have multiple. I have to get a subscription, watch that crap, and get another subscription, and watch anime, and another subscription because some anime sites don't have all the animes. So I have usually two anime streaming services: High Dive and Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is kind of a mood killer in a lot of the animes. Um, I don't know if it's, I think it was High Dive. Yeah, High Dive had like a bunch of like humor, my kind of humor, where there's like comical cussing, but there's like some Crunchyroll where it's like not funny at all. They're cussing or whatever, if it even has cussing. It's just like that, basically the F bomb, the, saying shit or stuff like that. But like, there was an anime that I just recently watched that had the perfect, perfect cussing for comedy, and like, because you have to have the right scene, you have to have the right venue, and timing, and the right voice actors to actually say the freaking lines without it sound corny as all hell. That's not what I really watch anime for, but for the cussing, but basically character development. I get tired of watching cookie cutter shit where it's just, oh, I'm Mr. Nice Guy, or I'm Mrs. Nice Girl or woman or whatever. It's like, no, I want to see raw emotion, brother. And you don't really get that with a lot of Crunchyroll crap. It's censored. A lot of their stuff is censored. Um, and yeah, there is some anime that is, because I like what is it, Isekais, and Isekais, I like them. There's some weird ass anime, really weird high school anime, and there's a bunch of upskirt shots, which is freaking kind of creepy. To be honest with you, or middle school, yikes. Yeah, so they have to work on that. No, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. But yeah, I've been Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god, bro. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Can I get it? I cannot get enough of that, dude. I freaking binged watched it. I think I'm still waiting for English dubs to drop for the rest of the season. The newest season. Solo Leveling. Want to watch more of that. I want to see where that goes. It's basically another Isekai, but it's an Isekai where he went back to life in his own world, pretty much. But with Solo Leveling, even then, like at the beginning, it was kind of cool, but as soon as he started getting like overpowered powers, it wasn't like, oh yeah, he could possibly die. He could possibly die. He can die. I was like, yeah, he's most likely never going to be able to die ever again until, like, old age. One thing, I'm interested in is like seeing where he like I think his father they find his father finally gets out of one of the dungeons or whatever. Is where I'm at in kind of in that anime. Yep. I want another season of Overlord. Oh my god, dude. See, that's an overpowered anime that I don't mind it being overpowered. Because they kind of do the whole game thing, Isekai, perfectly in Overlord. Where, like, there's just brutality and reality all commingled and then, like, then not reality. It's called confusing, dude. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I think another one I'm really kind of into the genre is blood and guts. Well, not like overly a lot of blood and guts. It's like combat scenes where people are losing limbs or people are like getting actually hacked and slashed or whatever. There's actual consequences like Attack on Titan where there's people getting fucking Attack on Titan. Oh my goodness. That's actually a really good premise. I mean, it is a really good anime. Another anime that's actually super mega confusing to actually follow, in my opinion, for no freaking apparent reason, is Demon Slayer. For some unimaginable reason, I cannot follow the timeline on that to save my life. Because it's all in like Japanese or whatever names, even if it's in English characters, kanji. I don't understand. Yep. All this orange terracotta is, I think, pretty much all water. And this is just... Yeah, over here. Oh my god. Got a long ways to go, brother man. Wait, is there lightning? Because I don't have my headset in. Well, I think only time it gets to red is if there's lightning. Unless that was me flopping my wings. By accident. And again, in Project Zomboid, I don't like the fighting mechanics on it. It's like super mega clunky. Yeah, so pretty much this episode you're watching me put sand in water. That's about it. I'm sorry, guys. And just me yapping about. But yeah. I've been following... I don't think it's kind of drama. I think it's like an unfortunate event that I've been following. That I didn't... Actually, I wasn't even following. I kind of knew what was kind of going on like this streamer. And I kind of want to watch him because he is actually funny. And he's funny to watch. He's not fake at all. Tectone. I didn't till recently where the court documents were released, and I was like, oh shit, really? That's a big yikes. And how he basically has a gag order, and he got a liberal judge in Texas. I think he's in Texas. He got a liberal judge. The judge just basically screwed him over, and I feel sorry for him. Yeah, but all the best. He says that he just wants to put this behind him, and good for him. But I doubt that freaking that person, his ex, is gonna, let this go. She sounds vindictive as all shit. And, I know those type of women, and they don't let things go. Hopefully she does. What a lot of people that don't really go into court situations all too much. Any activist judge, it doesn't even really have to be an activist judge. Most judges will side with the females. It's like 80 female, 20 male ratio, pretty much. In most cases, it's like a 99% chance that you won't be heard as a male in the whole subject. And there's red flag laws that are unconstitutional and illegal as all hell, and in the Constitution. And yeah, that's my 2 cents where it didn't need to go, but that's my 2 cents. Like, I live in Oregon. I live in the crux of the situation. I live in Oregon. I need to get out of Oregon. Oregon's accessible. And Oregon, as a whole, is not accessible. It's just basically the big cities, the big college towns that are cesspools. The country of Oregon, mint. I would love to live in the country. And I think I just might, to be honest. Just say screw it. I'm out. I think... Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Did I? Oh, okay. I was like, I did not flatten those sandhills yet. Completely. It was my wings that made the sound. But holy moly, guacamole. And getting in this streaming stratosphere, it's just basically the entertainment industry. There's gonna be, drama no matter what the hell you do. I mean, you could do the most wholesome shit, like play Minecraft or play Pokemon, shiny hunt Pokemon, and there's just loads of drama. There's no really good place that doesn't have drama, some type of drama. I'm not really into it. I want to know certain people and what their thoughts are on things, or how they're doing. Kind of got away from Twitch a long time ago. I saw for what it was before. I started watching more Pegasus and Nuxanor. And then Asmongold, them talking about it. It's not a good platform whatsoever. It never was. It was just the ease of access for me, I guess. Streaming on it. Well, I just streamed it for me and my friends, or just me just chilling and shit. And there's this one kind of controversy with this one creator that I was religiously watching every episode that he ever did, camping, or looking for ghosts or whatever. And I'm not saying that he's not entertaining. Oh, he's hella entertaining. He's funny as shit. Him and his friends are pretty awesome. It's just that I thought everything that he was doing was real, and everything was you know, not altered or, you know, not fake. I thought it was all real. But come to find out, it's fake as all hell. Most of it's like fake. I mean, all of it's actually fake. Which sucks. I'm not gonna not. It's not. I'm not gonna mention him because he's a pretty chill dude. But he's in the you know, haunted scene, you know, paranormal scene. But yeah, I don't watch his stuff anymore. I can't after I found out it's been all altered, it's all fake, which sucks. Because I get in like those eras in my life where I'm like really into paranormal. Holy shnikes, I only got a lot of sand on me. I thought big one. Paranormal. And I believe in the paranormal, but I have my own certain belief of the paranormal. Like, there's a lot of paranormal investigators that believe that there is human ghosts, or there's ghosts of humans on Earth. And that's one belief that I don't have. I believe there's literally only two types of spirits on Earth. Those are either demons or angels on Earth. And then, you know, Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost, are the only, like, spiritual people, you know, entities on Earth. Also believe that hell is on Earth on a different dimension, or different plane of existence. So essentially another dimension on Earth. But those are all speculations. Not grounded in reality, because it's not in our reality, because we only have 3 dimensions. Observable 3 dimensions. But yeah. But it does say, like, in, you know, the Holy Bible, that there is a lake of fire. And, you know, this is like in Revelations, but you'll be thrown in a lake of fire, you know, all the sinners. And I'm assuming that's on Earth. And that's just basically an endless void. You'll go into nothingness. So that's kind of my, like, premise of, like, believing that hell's on Earth. It's just in a different dimension. Where the deuce? It's over here. Somewhere. Right there. This shovel was on its last leg, bro. I'm actually super mega surprised that they haven't really made an affordable solar panel setup for, like, you know, charging phones that isn't super mega expensive. Because that would be dope, because I could record so much shit in the woods for a lot longer. Because I have plans to record a bunch of videos this spring and summer of camping. But I'm just basically going to be bound by, like, the battery packs are going to die. And I'm going to have to go to some place and charge them up so I can record more footage. Because, like, one of them that I have, I think, is like 2-3 pounds. That's heavy as shit. And then, like, the other ones I have, this one's like super mega light, but I think, like, it's like a couple ounces. But, like, every ounce is, like, will make you or break you on a hike or a camping trip. back when I was a kid, I did this one hike to my grandma's and grandpa's place. That was about 16 miles from town, or like I think it was a lot more than 16 miles. But I had a backpack, and I think and I was in high school, freshman or sophomore or junior year, uh, and I was like carrying about 95 pounds on me, and I pretty much carried it almost all the way to her place. But like near the end, I just couldn't, carry all that weight because like for some reason I was carrying pots and pans and all this junk, like a bunch of junk. Almost full. I pretty much am. But yeah, that's funny. Nothing creepier than nighttime and there's just and it's complete darkness in the middle of like the country, um, with a herd of cows. Yeah, they're just cows are super mega creepy at nighttime. And I recently heard my brother told me a story about one time about trying to go cow tipping, and like it's a hoax, or like not a hoax, but it's like I forgot what you call those kind of things. It's a wives' tale where you can actually tip, like you're actually able to tip a cow, which isn't really true. You cannot tip a tip a cow. He tried it, just for shits and giggles and being stupid, and he was able to, and it was like scary as shit. Yeah, but a whole herd of cows, like a whole bloody herd of cows, dude, is unbelievably scary. Pitch dark in the middle of the countryside. I think the next one that's even more scary than that is the bison, the free range bison. Bro, they are effing massive. They're like 3 times the size of an actual cow. 3 or 4 times, like they're huge. They're freaking monstrously huge. Um, and bison meat, by the way, tastes a lot better than cow meat. Even better than deer meat, venison. Elk. I don't. I haven't had a lot of elk, but I don't prefer elk. I prefer venison over elk. Just like how I prefer trout over salmon, which is basically the same thing, but not really. But I prefer trout than salmon. And I think the only salmon I really kind of like is the Chinook salmon. Lobsters are overrated. Crabs are overrated. You know. Freaking, I don't know if you guys know this, but lobsters, they weren't even thought of as actual cuisine, like stuff that you'd actually go looking for, like a staple in like the rich people circle. It wasn't even a thing until like just very recently in the human history of things, of eating or whatever. I have to read up on it again, but yeah, they're basic. They were back then. They were equivalent to a sea rat until like they got popular. Yeah, lobsters overly expensive for no fucking reason. And plus, the premise of what a lobster is and a crab is, yeah, you just, I mean, I'll eat one. I don't care. But crabs, gross. Lobsters, even grosser. Crawdads, like, oh, fuck me. Crawdads are 10 times better than lobsters, in my opinion. Oh my god, crawdads, bruh. Can't keep me away. And what was the other thing? Like, I'm getting such a bunch of weird, uh, hunkering for certain foods now. Uh, but the ones that I've, always liked was pickles, garlic. I can eat a fucking garlic plant, just like the cloves and shit raw. You know, not all the time, but I prefer garlic in almost all my hot sauces and all my pastas. And I'm getting hungry. And I ate not too long ago, and I'm getting hungry. But hot sauces are my passion. I need to go to a hot shop again and stock up on supplies. At least 2 years worth of supplies of hot sauce. Ghost pepper, cayenne pepper, habanero. I want to get scorpion. Another one. There's a few that I want to get into. Like, I want, because my palate is back to normal, where habanero is actually spicy again. But now it's like dying back down because I'm eating a bunch of habaneros. So I need something hotter to eat. So a ghost pepper, or like, a cayenne pepper hot sauce that's actual cayenne pepper, or enough cayenne pepper to make it spicy. Even with habaneros, if they put more habanero in it, it'll be good. But the one that I get is from Safeway, and Safeway, they have this Melinda's ghost pepper, or, well, I got is a habanero, but they got the ghost pepper one, and I can't find that anymore. That one was actually pretty good. It's crazy too, because I love cheese quesadillas. Like, I can sit and eat 2 cheese quesadillas in one's, with the hot sauce and stuff. Tabasco, I think I only like Tabasco on my biscuits and gravy. Don't really eat it other than that. What else do I usually eat hot sauce? Pretty much everything that's savory I put hot sauce on. I don't know. Talked a lot about hot sauce, dude. And it's like 3:42. About done with this episode. I'm gonna continue doing this shenanigans, but I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm trying to get used to just talking in general while I'm recording videos. It's hard talking to yourself when you're not used to talking to yourself. I'm used to being quiet and just watching something or reading something. So this does not come natural whatsoever, brother. Do you want to get into a hardcore world? But I think I might save that for a Java. Modded Java hardcore. Yeah. My main series on Minecraft is pretty much going to be this one, the pyramid, this world. And the hardcore worlds are just like for mini series. And I'm sure as heck not gonna... Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. I'm not gonna make it like a regular thing to do the hardcore stuff. But I might change my mind with the Java stuff because there's mod packs on CurseForge. So, I never say never. No. And actually, I'm down to do a video of the one chip challenge. Like an actual one chip challenge. Not one of those, you know, gimmicky one. I mean, they're all gimmicky, but... Spicy. Because, like, Shaq, I think I would have the same reaction. No, probably not. Shaq had like a really good reaction, like a pretty dope reaction. The one chip challenge, but like in my like prime hot sauce eating days, which was like last year or something like that, at the beginning of last year, I was eating ghost pepper hot sauce like it was Tabasco sauce. I think if I would have ate the one chip challenge, it would like I would feel the heat, but it wouldn't be like, damn, I feel the heat. Or 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I got the hot sauce around Thanksgiving. No, it would be good last year, January, because that's when I started really eating it. Yeah, but the hot sauce shop is in Woodburn. And Woodburn's far away, and I don't have a car, and I'm not gonna pay for an Uber to take me in from Woodburn. I wonder if they ship. That'll be tight if they ship. I mean, they would have to, right? It's crazy. Oh yeah, that's what the hot sauce was. It was ghost pepper mustard hot sauce, and the other one was Carolina Reaper mustard hot sauce. Oh my god, fantastic, bro. Oh my goodness, dude. Mustard hot sauce, bro, is slept on, dude. And basically why I keep coordinates pretty much on all the time is because I like to know what Y level I'm on when I'm doing these things, so I can like kind of gauge, because there's a certain place in the Y levels where there's lava pockets, and I can keep my eye on it when I'm digging down and being more cautious. Another challenge I want to do, like an eating challenge, would also have to... Oh, I'm actually pretty much done with this stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say I'll be pretty much done with that if like all the sand's gone, pretty much. And I'm just gonna chill and watch the rest of this one anime I'm watching on, I think, Crunchyroll. It's on Crunchyroll. But yeah, this is going to be a slow project. If you guys like it, hit a thumbs up. I do appreciate it, and I love seeing likes on my videos. And subscribe if you like this content. I've been a chatty Cathy this time around. The other times I was like getting over some type of freaking sickness. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah. See you guys next time. Adios, amigos.